Am I the asshole for telling my mom I don't want to replace my husband the way she replaced my dad? I, 30F, lost my husband 4 years ago. We share 2 children together. Our son is 9 and our daughter is 6. Since my husband's death, I have focused on myself and my children, and I have no interest in dating or finding another husband. My mom has experience with this, as when my sister and I were children, 6 me and 8 here, we lost our dad and mom remarried 15 months later. At the time, she told us we were getting a new dad. Once her husband arrived in our lives, there was an expectation and a pressure to call him dad, and mom took down all photos of dad. Me and my sister, took some photos of dad and hid them with our friends out of fear mom would destroy or throw them all away. She didn't. But the ones we didn't take were kept locked up in storage somewhere and have never seen the light of day. My sister asked for them on a few occasions and was told she didn't need them. Our dad's stuff is likely in there too if they weren't tossed in the garbage. It caused a lot of strain between us and mom. For the last 2 years, my mom has been dropping hints that I should get back out there, and I always said I didn't want to or I would ignore it. Then a couple of months ago, she told me I need to get my kids a dad before it's too late, that I need a husband. I told her they have a dad and he doesn't need to be replaced. She dropped it for another few weeks, but then last week she brought it up to me again. She told me the kids need a dad and I need a husband around, or I will be alone and lonely for the rest of my life. She told me I couldn't remain dedicated to being my husband's wife for the rest of my life. She said I'm too young and the kids are too young to never get another dad. I told her I don't want another husband and my kids don't need another dad. She asked me where I would be if she had that mindset, and I didn't have a dad. I told her I lost my dad at 6 and miss him every day, and I never had another one. Things escalated from there and asked me how I could say that when her husband has been my dad for 24 years. I told her he never has been and never will be, and just because she replaced my dad doesn't mean I want to replace my husband. Mom was furious and told me that wasn't fair and that I should understand her better. I told her I understood her even less after losing my husband, because I would never remove all traces of him from the home, and I would never deny my kids his things the way she did. I would never force my kids to call someone else dad, and I told her I couldn't even imagine wanting to find them someone else to call dad. I told her they had an amazing dad and he's still their dad, just the way mine will always be my dad. She called me spiteful and selfish, and she went to my sister for backup, but she told her she feels the same way. My aunt, who is my mom's sister, told me I shouldn't have said what I did, and accusing her of replacing my dad instead of seeing she just wanted us to be happy is cruel, and I am old enough that I should understand. Reddit comment: she thought she was doing the right thing for you. She was wrong, obviously. She wants you to make the same choice she did because it validates her choice. For all any of us know, maybe she didn't actually want to be remarried, but forced herself into it and lived a lie thinking it was for her daughters. Getting remarried 15 months after the death of your father is pretty rapid. What was her relationship like with the next husband? Finding out it had the opposite effect is a tough pill to swallow. OP response: they appear to be very happy together. Though they don't have the best relationship with us, and our relationship with him is awful and isn't really a relationship. Reddit comment: does your mother realize the way she handled things when you were younger is the reason why you and your sister's relationship with them is horrible? Curious. Did your stepfather ever try to adopt you both? It just seems like something your mother and stepdad would try to do since they wanted to replace your dad. OP response: yes, they tried it a few different times. It always failed because we had been spoken to by someone from the courts each and every time.